I think I want the next Star Wars film to flop. I was having this thought, and that legitimately came up. The producer, the head president of Lucasfilm, is not George Lucas, it's somebody else. This somebody else made 5 Star Wars movies, and there's been a 6 year break from the 2019 film to the next one, which is expected in 2025. And I was wondering about if the success of this film is good. It's a profitable film. Does this okay more films coming out from this producer who isn't the creator of Mandalorian, who isn't the creator of Bad Batch, probably doesn't know a Camino from a Hoth? And do I want for the new film to flop? And I think the answer to that question is yes, now, because I don't know what the new film is. In my head, it could be When Porgs Attack, a sequel era film. But then it could also be the most epic Jedi coming of age story taking place the day of Order 66. It's this kid's first day in the academy. He's about to sign up and register, and then the order happens. They're like, no, don't let anyone know about this kid. Let him go. And then he has to figure out his way as like a 4 year old. And now he's a little bit older, a lot older. And he's just been, moving a couple objects here and there because he knows he's Jedi worthy, just doesn't have the teacher. And the whole journey to Luke is the entirety of the movie. I don't know. That sounds pretty good. Then we get to the casting of it. Is it going to be a lead? Is it going to be the 6th consecutive film with a white lead? Or are they going to mix it up? Are they going to actually put resources and a $200 million budget behind people with melanated skin? I don't want to not support that. There's so much I don't know. Do I want the next Star Wars film to flop because Kathleen Kennedy will lose her job and no longer be a president? Yes. But what is that movie? Damon Lindelof was writing it first. They may keep a lot from it. They may keep his idea and what that movie was supposed to be. Just have someone else writing the script so the dialogue won't hit as much. But, the ups and downs, the beginning, the middle, and end are probably going to be the same thing. Or maybe could be the same thing. They're keeping the same director, which indicates to me that it is the same movie. It's not like they're saying, oh, well, Damon was going to do a movie about bounty hunters, but since he's out, we're just going to keep that slate and we'll do a movie about Kashyyyk. I don't know if that's true. I doubt that's true. I think it's going to be the same concept of the same movie. They'll use the same concept images that they were using for the Lindelof one. I gotta see what that movie is though. What was it gonna be about? And we'll probably never know what the Lindelof movie was going to be about. He's just a guy who's gonna keep his mouth closed. He knows proper etiquette. He wants to be hired by a studio in the future, so why trash on a studio when one of the other big studios are gonna think, if you're someone who trashes on their studio and we hire you, there's a chance you might trash on us. We're probably not going to hire you. Lindelof probably will never reveal what the film was going to be. The only reason we know about the Colin Trevorrow film was Robert Meyer Burnett who got access to that information. Maybe Colin Trevorrow gave it to him. I don't know. The topic of the video is, do I want the film to flop or not? Do I want it to fail, to underperform? Kinda. Because of what the consequence will be. But what if this movie is just what I want? How about if this movie is if it's Rogue Squadron, just not Patty Jenkins now, it's Charmin Obaid-Chinoy and it's a new scriptwriter, Steve Knight, I think. I'm kind of interested in that, but I can also skip out on that, can't I? I could wait 90 days for it to be on Disney Plus, whatever their new window is. Hey, they changed that window. It used to be 45 days straight from movies to Disney Plus. It is not anymore. And the bigger that gap is, the more incentivized people are to see it in the theater. The less of the wait it is. The more, I don't know, direct to home. What do you call them? I'm trying to say home movies, whether it's DVD, Blu-ray, the next gimmick, that is a market. That's like a stepping stone before you get to the streaming. Streaming should be the final. Streaming is just the library which has all our old stuff when it's old. It's still special. The first day that Avengers Endgame was available on Disney Plus, that was a special day. They waited a whole. They didn't put it on Netflix. They waited until Disney Plus launched because now this is Disney Plus, the first place you can watch Avengers Endgame on streaming. That was special. They need to rethink their streaming. I'm kind of dipping away from the topic, but the new Star Wars film, let's say it releases Christmas 25. I don't need to see it in the streaming in February. I don't need that. I don't need it in March. I don't need it in April or May. Let that thing sit in the movie. Top Gun Maverick is sitting in the movie theaters and is still not sold to a streaming service yet because they know how to make money. Or at least the guy who's in charge over there knows what he's doing. And what Star Wars needs is someone in charge knows what they're doing. And Kathleen Kennedy is not it. Verifiably. Colin Trevorrow fired, and Josh Trank, and who else left? Patty Jenkins, Benioff and Weiss, Ryan Johnson's promised a trilogy. That's not happening. Lord and Miller, they got really far into production. Is it only 6? That's not that much. No, there's other people I'm forgetting. Well, this is Kathleen Kennedy. Let's think about it even further. We've got the Lando thing that was launched and never came to fruition. Did I say Josh Trank? I did, didn't I? Oh, maybe it's not that many. Maybe it's only 7. Which one am I forgetting? Put it in the comment section. What's the relationship with Kathleen Kennedy after Damon Lindelof? What's the relationship that didn't come out and they didn't make a movie? I just saw a tweet about that. It's madness. How many things she's tried that has failed. Chillmonger out.